excited to bring you the fourth installation of the MALLIOUHANA Festival, which started in 2020. And we continue to see the festival grow from strength to strength over the years as a offering not only to our tourists, but also to our locals, to create the kind of exposure for our young musicians, artists, and artisans on the island, to ensure that we grow our awareness of our talent here locally, and we also provide them with the opportunities to bring both the market and the marketplace together. So this morning you'll hear from members of the Department of Youth and Culture, Gender Affairs, and the Anguilla Tourist Board, specifically around the programming for the MALLIOUHANA Festival, Tourism Week, and the offerings that we will have for your entertainment. So thank you. I will pass it over to my right, just checking which side, to give you further details about the MALLIOUHANA Festival.
Good morning, everyone. MALLIOUHANA Fest, as the minister said, this is our fourth year, our fourth production, and we're very proud. It started in 2020 when Kemalai was with us at the Department of Youth and Culture. We had a passion and we went out and we pushed, not knowing if it was going to work, and 4 years later, we're still here. Minus Kemalai slightly. She's just with us in a different capacity. This year, MALLIOUHANA Fest, as every year from 2021, starts the weekend after Thanksgiving and it ends on the 19th of December. We've basically put the festival to be mostly on weekends because we know people are very busy, especially around this time, and we don't exactly have any holidays in the November-December area. So we start off this weekend on Sunday, the 26th of November, with Levy Rome and Tranquil Rhythms. Now, Tranquil Rhythms was previously called Tranquil Jazz on the Lawn, but we noticed that we had started to include other genres, but of the same soothing sound. So we decided to change the name a bit, and so it's named Tranquil Rhythms on the Lawn. The concept remains the same. We encourage you to bring out your blankets, come with your family, relax on the lawn, enjoy the smooth sounds of the evening. We've merged the event. We did it last year, and we've done so again this year with Levy Room, because we noticed that it's a lot easier to bring the crowd to two events than it is to one. And that way, all our artists are able to get your support. So Levy Room starts at 4 p.m. and that goes straight down to 6:30 at Anguilla Great House. And then Tranquil starts at 5:30, so there is that overlap, and we go until 10 in the evening. For Levy Room, we have about 22 persons registered, which is always great. We love when we have more than 20 persons. We would love to one day reach like 60, but we have people from all different areas. So we have quite a few artisans this year, just in different areas. We have visual artists, we have digital arts. So we're looking forward to seeing how they showcase their work and bring you into what it is they do. That is always the fun part, when people are able to engage with the creatives on site, understand their process, and be able to fully understand how the whole thing comes together. For Tranquil, we have 5 artists this year. Our headliner will be British Dependency, and they're bringing with them a guest artist, which is Tafari from St. Martin. She's a violinist. All of our artists are amazing. We have an acoustic set. We have the school band under Moreland's School of Music tutelage. We have Riri again with us this year, and we have Connis Vanterpool on the saxophone. So it's going to be a lovely evening. We definitely encourage you to come out. The venue, as I said, is Anguilla Great House. So they've become sort of our home. Last year they treated us so well, we decided to go back, and we think we're going to continue going back with them because they support us so well. That support is also matched with the Anguilla Tourist Board, who have essentially partnered with us for that event as part of their Tourism Week. So that is something that Kerry will talk about briefly in a minute. I just want to run through the entire calendar for you. Then we have, the weekend after that, we have the Cage Board authorized. That is essentially the brainchild of Kemalai and Felix Fleming. We partner with Gender Affairs. We've done it for the past 3 years, where we bring awareness to gender-based violence through the arts. And I will definitely leave Kemalai talk to that a bit more as well, because I don't want to miss out anything. I have been to a few practices where the team has gone through the monologue and the play, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely inspiring and engaging, and I definitely encourage you all to come out and support them. That's going to be running for 4 days, 2 weekends. We've done a Friday and a Saturday and a Saturday and a Sunday to make sure that we cover everyone. So we look forward to seeing you there. That will be hosted at Morris Vanderpool Primary. And we encourage everyone to be there and be seated by 7:45 so that we can start promptly for that event. The other event on the calendar is on the 8th of December, which is Storytelling Under the Stars. We've sent out the flyer to a few schools so that we can encourage a lot of the children to show up. Last year, we did RoastCon, and the children thoroughly enjoyed it. I have a 6-year-old who has since asked me to RoastCon about every weekend thereafter. So because they had such a great time interacting and doing something that's traditional and Anguillian, we definitely wanted to bring that back. So we're going to do that again this year. We have 3 lovely storytellers. We have Rosanna Brown, we have Iva Hodge, and we have Casilda Thomas. They will be with us. They always engage the children. It's definitely a family event. We expect to see the parents come out with their kids. We have logs. We're going to see if we can add a few chairs this year for some of the parents, because last year we got quite a lot of people, more than we anticipated, and we want to make sure that everybody's comfortable, but dress warm. It is at the Green Space. It will be, we tend to call it the Agriculture Gardens, but now we're going to have to rejig the name of it. But that event is always great. The atmosphere is absolutely beautiful, and I know it's even more beautiful now, so we're gonna at least give you a chance to roam around a bit so that you can see what the space looks like if you haven't been yet. It is always absolutely great, but it is always a little bit chilly, so we do encourage everyone to dress warm. And then we have Culture on the Road. We started with that event for the last 2 years. And we typically go out on the road. We interview persons in Angola with businesses directly tied to culture and or the arts in Angola. And we stop at a few venues and ask questions, share treats, share prizes. It has been a little bit difficult when we stop and try to ask persons questions. Not everybody likes to be on camera. So this year we decided to take a break, make it a little bit more fun. And so we've decided to serenade this year. So this year we are limiting our stops in terms of actual spaces, and so we will be hitting Best Buy West, Best Buy East. We will stop in front of Lansingbourg Cultural Center, and we will stop at a location that is unnamed because it's a little bit hard, but we'll describe it when we're moving, in Stony Ground. We will have our ambassadors from Summer Festival meet us there. They'll introduce themselves. A few of them will do performances, and so they'll share with us, and they will also serenade with us. And then we will end in Ray Hill at the basketball court, where we will have a few entertainers grace us with their selections. We expect that will be a fun evening. We are still deciding how many people can fit on the truck with us, but if you want to come, you can definitely reach out to the Department of Youth and Culture. We will have Took on the Boys on the truck with us the entire way. And essentially, we just want to serenade. If you want us to come in your area and you want to hear the lovely singing, that we hope will be lovely, definitely call the department, and we will try to make a stop in your area so that we can grace you with our presence. We will have some treats with us. We will have a few local treats. We did this last year as well. We will have like some coconut drops, some sugar cakes, some black cake. It's Christmas after all, and so we want to make sure that you guys enjoy yourselves with us. Then our last event on the calendar is the 19th of December. It is the Culture and Arts Awards. Each year we honor persons who have made significant strides in the arts and culture industry in Angola over the years. And this year we're honoring 5 persons. Now I would love to give you those 5 names, however, we are still reaching out to them to let them know. And so we're unable to just give them out unless we reach them first. But you will see this week, we will have their honorary cards shared on our social media, so you'll be able to see and support. Now it tends to be the event that most people think, I don't need to go to that, it's an award ceremony, you know. But we do want to see people out to encourage them, because what we're trying to do is make sure that the younger generation sees the support that you're going to get in arts and culture, and that they will continue to push, because without that support, they're essentially going to get demotivated and discouraged, and they're not going to push, and then they won't make it necessarily to the Culture and Arts Awards where you need 10 years body of work to be able to be honored, you know. And of course that evening, as usual, we end with Boss and the Horsepower Band. So if you at least like to party, you can come and you can enjoy the event at the end. We do have eats and drinks for everyone. All the events on the MALLIOUHANA Fest calendar are free for now. Eventually, as we grow and our expenses get bigger, there may be a smaller fee, but for now, we definitely are trying to get more persons to participate and support the event with us. Now I'll jump right back up to Sunday, where we have Levy Roman Tranquil, and I'll let Kerry talk about how we were able to essentially tie that into Tourism Week.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Tiffany. This year, Tourism Week is under the theme of investing people, planet, and prosperity. So as Tiffany was saying, people are very important. We want to encourage the youth to participate in every activity Tiffany has for MALLIOUHANA Fest, Gender Affairs with the play. Our first activity for Tourism Week is our church service. We always go to church on the first day of Tourism Week. So our church service will be at Maranatha Methodist Church. We invite everybody to come out and worship with us. And in the afternoon, we have partnered with MALLIOUHANA Fest for Tranquil Rhythms. So we want to encourage everyone to come out and enjoy that as well. ATB has been sponsoring this stuff. Second year. I think, yeah, this is
third actually, yeah.
Our third year sponsoring Tranquil. We want everybody to come out. We have been in talks to maybe next year come together for our street fair. So we want to bridge the street fair with the Tranquil Rhythms together, but we'll see how that works out next year. Tiffany is very adamant about that.
Yes, it will definitely work.
So from the 28th to the 30th, we have an open house for 6 farmers and grades 5 and 6 throughout the primary schools, with a little change in that it won't be at the Teachers Resource Center, it will be at the Angular Tourist Board conference room. So we had to make a change in that, so kids will be able to come in and see how, you know, how we work. We would have like the conference room set up like a trade show, so they'll be able to see our collateral when we go away, what we do, be able to speak to them one-on-one for them to see what we do at Angular Tourist Board. Also, we have training sessions. We have sent out invitations in regards to that. It's a free all the training sessions are free. So you just pick what topic you want to do and you can come in. So we have finance, we have public speaking, we have marketing and social media management. So any topic you want, you just choose that and you come to the Angular Great House and you participate in that. On the 29th, we have the pool competition. Last year, we got good reviews about that, good feedback. We want to do that again this year so we can engage with the community and the stakeholders, give them an idea of what we have planned for the upcoming tourism season, and just be able to socialize with the community. On the 1st, we have step aerobics at the Social Security parking lot. Our instructor for that is Lisa Ray. So we encourage everyone to come out and have an afternoon of, you know, exercise before Christmas comes. So drop a couple pounds, maybe not a lot, but come out for that. And on the 2nd, our grand finale is the Valley Street Fair. So we have vendors. We are still accepting vendors if persons want to register. So that will be at the Social Security parking lot. So we encourage everyone to come up. We'll have DJ Tights, Took in the Bars. We'll have Bouncy Castle free of charge for the children. So we want to make it a family event. So encourage everyone to come out this year for Tourism Week. Thank you.
And to tie that in, the other thing that we're discussing is the training for MALLIOUHANA Fest. We've done it in the past. This year, as I said, we did a lighter schedule, made things a little bit more fun, but we're definitely coming back stronger for year 5. And when I heard that Tourist Board was doing training options as well, we decided that that would be a great option to partner with them on yet again, so that we can all merge everything together. Because at the end of the day, culture and arts can feed directly into tourism, and tourism can also feed right back into culture and arts. So that merge for us is very big, and so we have a lot of discussions for our next production next year. So I know that we have a few events that overlaps, like on the 1st and the 2nd, I see Kerry has on the 1st, they have the step aerobics in the morning. That afternoon, later that evening, you can definitely go to Otter Eyes, the Caged Bird. And then on the
have the Valley Street Fair.
The Valley Street Fair, the next day you can go back out and celebrate. So we're all intertwined in dates, and I think that is perfect because, and the fact that we're working together as well, it shows that collaboration is definitely the way forward, and that we're all trying to make sure that culture, arts, gender, and tourism all have a bridge. And we always encourage any other departments or persons that think that they can work with us or they can fit very snugly into what we have working with for MALLIOUHANA Fest to come and speak with us at the Department of Youth and Culture so that we can make sure that we have a big collaboration going forward and we can make this event that much bigger. But we'll talk about Authorize now. Come along.
Good morning. Thank you, Tiffany. So, as Tiffany would have mentioned, we've been partnering with the Department of Youth and Culture MALLIOHANA Fest now for the past 3 years, bringing awareness to gender-based violence through the arts. And so Authorize, for the past 2 staging, we would have utilized visual arts. First year would have done an expose, and then last year would have painted a mural at the Angola Football Association grounds. This year we're taking it up a notch. We would have commissioned renowned Angolan playwright, Mr. Felix Fleming of Sunshine Theatre fame, and he would have written a play for us. It's called The Cage Bird, Trapped in Silence. The play really brings focus to domestic violence and also addresses the culture of silence and inaction that we see in our community. The play features quite a diverse cast, so you have persons such as Farrah Banks, Khalida Banks, Ken Banks, Malcolm Webster, you have Chadira Ford and Kasim Ford. You also have some new faces. You have Susan Hodge, Aliqua and Aliana Gomes, Casilla Thomas Brooks, Kallian Adams, and quite a few others. So, as Tiffany mentioned, we're starting off this weekend. Sorry, next weekend. The 16 Days of Activism plays quite nicely into MALLIOHANA Fest because that starts tomorrow. So tomorrow is the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girls, and the campaign runs until the 10th of December. And of course, throughout that period, you'll have MALLIOHANA Fest and also Tourism Week. So it made sense for us to collaborate with each other. Now, the play will be held at the Maurice Vanterpool Primary School. That starts at 8:05 p.m. However, as Tiffany mentioned before, we're asking persons to be there for 7:45. Doors closed at 7:45. Let me repeat that. We want to ensure that while the actors are on stage, that they're not interrupted, because of course, you know, they have to recall their lines and so forth. So we're very strict with time. So we're encouraging persons to definitely come out early for that. We will follow up the next weekend on the 9th and 10th as well. Come out again for 7:45. Tickets are on sale for the play. Theater production is very expensive, and so while we want to offer it free to the public, we had to put costs to it. And so the tickets are $20 for adults. Children from secondary school up is $5. Under 12 is free, right? So if you're under 12, you're free. $5 for secondary school age children, and adults is $20. Yeah.
All right. So I think we have given you quite a lot of information. I don't know if anyone from the media has any questions or concerns. We can take them now.
I'm kind of intrigued with the fact that you are combining everything, so to speak, intertwining the dates and so forth. My only problem with that is that for people who want to go to this show or that show,
well,
they're very hard pressed for time, you know?
Well, it's not, I don't believe that there are any like direct time clashes.
No.
But it also gives persons the opportunity to choose.
Yeah.
So you have, let's just say you might not be able to be free at a later time, but you can go in the morning, you can choose. And I think we also very commonly hear people say that there's not a lot happening in Angola. I think these 2 weeks will give you a very few excuses to say there's nothing or you're bored, nothing to do or you're bored. And even if you want to come out to Storytelling Under the Stars, which is predominantly geared towards children, but it's open and free for everyone. Yeah. And to kind of reinforce some of our cultural habits, I think it's really important for us as a wider community to engage with the MALLIOUHANA Festival and Tourism Week and these theater productions, because a lot of these are calling back on things that we used to do as a
Right.
society,
Yes.
and trying to
We're
preserve those kind of cultural ties.
We're
Yes, exactly. So I think that it's a beautiful opportunity for all Anguillians, young and old, to reconnect with what it means to live life like an Anguillian, and to kind of see the value in one another, see and support each other in both their business endeavors and their creative endeavors. So it's a beautiful opportunity. You have the pick of the litter, so you don't have, you're spoiled for choice, which is
Always good.
always good.
Always good.
So I would still really encourage everyone to come out over these coming weeks, specifically the kids. We want to get young Anguillians exposed to what it means to be Anguillian.
And in the past, we've clashed,
Yes.
which was not really nice.
Yeah, and so we've worked
yes,
out some
yes,
kinks.
yes, so we've
We've
worked out
definitely
some
worked out the
kinks,
kinks.
yeah.
We definitely have that discussion, Fela Ole, so that we do not have that clash, because we want to be able to support each other.
Mhm.
You know, we don't want to be putting two things on the schedule that directly clash with each other, and so we've worked it out.
Yes.
We've done good.
I too like the idea in terms of the collaboration itself, because you get more out of it.
Yes, yes.
Would the would the serenade be focusing on Christmas?
We will have, well, for Culture on the Road, we typically always have only Anguillian music. This year we will bring more highlight to Christmas music, but we will still also play other locally produced and written music.
Because when you think of a serenade, it's like, you know, Christmas songs. And
Oh, that's
Christmas.
again.
Yeah.
I think you'll have
We'll have a
opportunity
mix,
to get
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Well, so for the Christmas part, we'll definitely have to include other Caribbean island music, because I don't think we have that much in Anguilla, but we will try our best to have as much Anguillian Christmas music as possible, and we will still intertwine with just regular your calypso and, well, we don't, some soca, but we don't typically have quite a lot. And it's evening as well, so it'll be a little easier, and it's cooler. So that's a positive, so we're encouraging persons to come and join us.
So,
No, and if there's no other question, just wanted to definitely remind the public that, again, 16 Days of Activism starts tomorrow with International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girls. There's a full schedule of activities, but I know that we've kind of loaded you with a lot of events and dates. I don't want to really plug them in there, but you can definitely go to our Facebook page, Gender Affairs Anguilla, and you can see our full lineup of activities. We're starting tomorrow with our National Rally Against Violence. That starts at James Ronald Webster Park at 4 o'clock, and we move from there towards Roachville Gazebo. Once we get to Roachville Gazebo, we'll have a short ceremony, and then we'll do a public screening of Life That 264, which is also a collaboration with the Department of Youth and Culture and PAVE, which is our anti-violence campaign, or national anti-violence campaign. So encouraging everybody to come out and support the rally. You'll see uniformed bodies, church groups, NGOs, government departments and officials there. So invite persons to come out for that.
And then I think if I end on the last thing, it'll be to please follow all our pages. So you have Gender Affairs, you have the Government of Anguilla, you have MALLIOUHANA Fest. We recently created that page so that you can find our information. That is both on Instagram and Facebook, as well as the Department of Youth and Culture. And of course, you have the ATV pages on both on both Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.